Hello, good evening, and welcome to my channel. My name's Becca, and today is the 23rd of December 2020, which makes it day 23 of an advent of short stories. I'm going to read you another one from The Greedy Rabbit, Enid Blyton's The Greedy Rabbit tonight. I'm going to read you one called The Untidy Pixie. Before I do, I just want to show you this. Now, if anyone watches Carla Jenkins' vlog, you will have seen today she showed how to make one of these. It's 3 socks, 2 elastic bands and half a bag of rice. Carla used glue. I didn't use glue, so his little hat isn't stuck. But if you want to know how to make one of these, really quick, really easy, really cool. Mine looks a bit penguin-y because I've made it black and white. Go to Carla Jenkins channel, and it's her vlogmas for the 23rd of December. Okay, so the Untidy Pixie. The pixie Twinks was always in trouble. She was dreadfully untidy. She had buttons off her shoes, hooks off her dresses, and holes in her stockings and her gloves. She had an untidy mind too. She was always leaving her things about, dropping her handkerchiefs and losing her purse. Now, one fine morning, as she was going along the road, she met Dame Hurryby. She was in a great hurry and she called to Twinks. Twinks, I want to catch the bus and I haven't got time to go home and put this spell in my cupboard first. Will you take it for me? Yes, said Twinks, and she held out her hand for the tiny spell, which was like a little blue pill. Thank you, said Dame Hurryby. Put it on the 3rd shelf of the cupboard, Twinks. I'll find it there when I come back. Twinks went on to the village to do her shopping. She had her basket with her, for she had lots of things to buy. She had actually made out a list of things she wanted, so she felt rather pleased with herself. She came to the shops. Now, what was on her list? She looked in the basket for it. It wasn't there. It wasn't in her hand or in her pocket either. Bother! She must have left it at home. Twinks was cross with herself. She did her shopping as best she could, trying to remember everything she wanted. Then she went home, and of course she quite forgot all about the spell that Dame Hurryby asked her to leave on the 3rd shelf of her cupboard. Well, when Dame Hurryby got back that afternoon, she went straight to the shelf in her kitchen cupboard and looked for her spell, and it wasn't there. So she ran to Twinks' house in a great way. Twinks, Twinks, she cried, where's that spell you said you would leave at my house for me? Oh, my goodness, said Twinks in dismay. I forgot all about it, Dame Hurryby. Well, please give it to me, said Dame Hurryby. I want it. Twinks stared at Dame Hurryby and went red. Let me see now, she said. Wherever did I put it? When you gave it to me, in your basket, I should think, said Dame Hurryby. They went to look, but it wasn't there. There was a hole in the basket, and Dame Hurryby pointed to it. It might have fallen out there, she said. Goodness gracious me, Twinks, why don't you mend the basket? You'll have that hole getting bigger, and then half your shopping will fall out. I may have slipped the spell into one of my gloves, said Twinks. I had them on this morning. She went to fetch her gloves. Dame Hurryby took each one and shook it, but the spell wasn't there. Each of your gloves has 2 holes in, she said severely. You should be ashamed of yourself, Twinks. The spell would certainly have fallen out of either of these. Do you think you put the spell into any of your tiny pockets? Feel, said Twinks. So Dame Hurryby felt. And will you believe it, there was a hole in each one of Twinks' pockets. Wasn't it dreadful? Dame Hurryby looked sterner than ever. "Well, if you put my spell into any of these pockets it would certainly have been lost," she said. "You are the most untidy, careless pixie I have ever seen, Twinks." Twinks began to cry, but Dame Hurryby didn't look any less cross. "It's no use crying," she said. "I feel cross because that was a very important spell. Now think hard. Is there anywhere else where you might have put that spell of mine?" "Well, I do sometimes put my handkerchief into my stockings to keep it safe when my pockets have holes in," said Twinks. "Maybe I put your spell into one." So she took off her stockings, and Dame Hurryby looked through each one, and her frown got even bigger. "A ladder all down the back of this stocking, and dear me, 3 holes in the toes of this one," she said. "Do you ever do any mending, Twinks?" "Not often," said Twinks. "Oh dear, I'm so sorry about the lost spell. Do forgive me." "No, I shan't forgive you," said Dame Hurryby. "It cost a lot of money. You must pay me for it, Twinks." "But I haven't got any money," sobbed Twinks. "I've spent it all on my shopping this morning. I've only got 3 pennies left in my box." "Well, what are you going to do?" asked Dame Hurryby sternly. "You've got to pay me for that lost spell somehow." "Perhaps I'd better come and do a little work for you," said Twinks. "I could come every day till you think I've paid for the spell." "Very well, come tomorrow," said Dame Hurryby, "and don't let me see you coming with any buttons off or holes in your stockings, Twinks, or I won't have people looking like that in my house." So Twink spent the rest of the day mending her clothes, and then the next morning she set off to Dame Hurryby's house with a big apron rolled up under her arm. Dame Hurryby set her to work. She had to wash up the breakfast things and then do the day's washing. Dame Hurryby did have sharp eyes. "Look at this cup," she said to Twinks, "so badly washed that there is still some sugar left in it. And look at that plate, you haven't even washed the mustard away." Twinks had to do a lot of work again, and Dame Hurryby was even more particular over the washing. She made Twinks wash some curtains 3 times before she said they were really clean, and when Twinks tore one she had to mend it as soon as it was ironed. My goodness, things were done at once in Dame Hurryby's house, I can tell you. Twinks grew very neat and clean herself. She was afraid of Dame Hurryby's sharp eye and sharper tongue, and she looked anxiously each morning before she went to Dame Hurryby's to see if all her buttons were on and her dress neat, and her stockings without holes. Soon she grew quite proud of her smart look, for she was a pretty little pixie who had really spoilt herself by being so untidy. "Do you think I've paid for that lost spell yet?" she asked Dame Hurryby one morning. "Yes," said Dame Hurryby, "and I'm going to give you a silver shilling for yourself because you have got so much better lately. Here it is. Put it into your purse and don't lose it, Twinks." Twinks got out her little purse and opened it. And whatever do you suppose she saw inside? Guess. Yes, the lost spell. The little pixie had put it there to be safe when Dame Hurryby had given it to her a week or 2 back. It was the only place she hadn't thought of looking in. Silly Twinks. "Oh, look, Dame Hurryby," said Twinks. "Here's the spell after all. I had it all the time quite safely. Oh, how foolish I am." "Well, you may still be foolish, but you are no longer careless and untidy," said Dame Hurryby with a laugh. "Here is your silver shilling. Run off home now, and don't forget all the things you've learnt from me. Twinks hasn't forgot them yet, and should see her mending her stockings each week and sewing on buttons. It was a good thing she thought she had lost that spell, wasn't it?" the end, I actually felt towards the end of that, she only got paid a shilling for the extra work she did and the improvement. They found the spell, and so she did a week's work for nothing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, if you want to know how to make one of these, go to Carla's channel. Really, really easy. I love them. I'm going to make them everywhere and put them all over the house. And I will see you tomorrow for day 24 of AS, and it will be the last day tomorrow. Bye-bye.